things so far have been like live action. Well, I guess based on mangas. Like Ping Pong was amazing. The live action version of Ping Pong was amazing. Terraformars I watched on a flight to Japan one time, and it was so like crazy horror movie good. Just insane stuff. And then like I think the first Japanese movie I ever watched, which got me into it, was Battle Royale.
There you go. There's already a huge variety there. So okay, here's somebody says, Kiwi says, this is why Smellsworth rules. Hold on, I lost the comment. It's moving. You guys are typing too much. This is why Smellsworth rules. There was so much bad Johnny Boy right there, and he just ignores it all and talks about Rocket League. That's the stuff you talk about when the game is very nice.
But you know what? Johnny does this to me as well. Sometimes, your partner, they choose a path, and you're like, I do not know how we got on this path. I don't know how to add to it. I'm just gonna,
Just gonna ignore that and talk about, do some play-by-play. Yeah, whenever your caster, especially the color caster, throws you something, you're like, I have no idea what to reply to that. You just say something like, Percy, air dribbling, goes for the 50, gets it. Woo! Now the pinch from Reddles, and there, that was enough for everybody to forget the last thing that we were talking about.
So much
Even
color.
if it was incredibly dumb. They already forgot about it because they're like, whoa, that play-by-play was so sick. Can you do more of that?
Yeah, it was pretty sick. Pretty sick play-by-play, Johnny.
Thank you. Been practicing.
Yeah, chat, you are right. I do not have the series score on here at all. That's my bad. I'm on it.
But it is a draw, so you were accurate in that regard.
True. No problem.
1-1, 0-0. What's the difference? Except for the series line.
Not a ting. Ooh. By the way, we are on Sypical Cam right now, and one thing that's interesting about Sypical is, what we've learned, at least from the Saltcast, is that his other pros' love affair with Sypical knows no borders. EU, NA. Everybody's talking about Sypical these days being one of the best players in the world. One of the ones they like to watch. His mechanics, his creativity, and then of course, again, the quietness helps.
It's the mystery. Yeah. There is definitely something to that. Although, you can only really cash in on that investment, the investment of never streaming, never doing interviews, never doing anything really on camera. If one day, if you're also insane at the game, but then one day you do all of those things, and then suddenly, I think Fairy Peak was also, he used to be one of those mysterious players, and then he started streaming, and suddenly his stream blows up, and it's not surprising because he's always been so amazing at the game, and he's always had that, huge fan base who are just begging him to stream. So, if Sypical ever did that, all this time that he spent not streaming is strangely an investment of sorts. Oh, what a double by Arsenal. I didn't think he could catch up to this one, but he's somehow snuck it in the bottom corner. That's great placement.
Yeah, we can do a poll for the next cam. You guys can let me know who you want on the next one. We've covered all the SSG players, which is usually what I try to do. And then after this, we can cover somebody on Alpine. So if you let me know who you want to see, no problem. I'm guessing it's probably Magic Bear. That was a nice pass by Sypical before he disintegrated.
Before he got smashed to smithereens, it was a very nice pass, actually. To get that ball past the defender, not an easy thing to do when they're coming at you that quickly. Apparently, Sypical has 12,000 followers on Twitch without ever streaming. That's so impressive, actually. And you know that if he ever did a stream, it would pop off.
Yeah, I mean,
it would just be up to him to see the key on the very first stream for him would just be to make sure he's got a good microphone and that his stream isn't lagging, and then the rest is fine. Those are the only two things you would need to make sure are working correctly. Oh, Magic Bear is a speedy boy. Look at him go. Okay. And that was a pretty 1v1 move. The little pass to yourself off the backboard, start the counter attack. Just effective in threes.
Oh man, you know what? I've really messed this overlay up, but we're gonna fix it, Chad.
I hope you messed it up. What have you done?
I forgot because I recreated all these scenes today, and instead of using my scene collections, because scene collections in OBS are the worst. Thought they'd be great. They're not.
They're like lukewarm garbage.
Yeah, they're not great. They are. Yeah, it's a soggy, wet blanket sort of thing. Yeah. It's just not effective at all. So yeah, I had to change all of these scenes, and I forgot that the orange and the blue are misnamed on the scoreboard part. Oh, flip reset.
I'm sure they're still misnamed. Oh. Okay. Man, this is an awkward one. How has he managed to get that in? Well played.
Go back to
a reset
pizzas,
in mind game and then also sneaking to past the defender. Well, really well done. This is just how to. It's really just a game that Space Station are showing how to score with that precision, with that accuracy that we were talking about before. So you don't need a absolute boomer of a shot if you can hit the ball in the perfect position.
Sypical's a stone cold killer, man. He is very good at Rocket League. A lot of fun to watch. And I think that's why he's so popular with other pros.
I've got a sneaking suspicion that this guy is an absolute killer in scrims. Now, I haven't got any evidence of this because I don't really try to, find out all the info behind the scenes about who's scrimming with who and what teams are trying to pick up what player. Because if you do that, then you can't really speculate without accidentally leaking things. So I try to stay as unaware of all that as possible. So it is pure speculation. I bet you Sypical just destroys top tier teams in scrims, and that's how he's got this reputation amidst all the pros. For everybody wanting to team with him for a start, but yeah, it seems to exceed even what he does in games, which is already incredible. Okay, there we go. Confirmed. Chrome says yes. Sypical's a monster in scrims. Told you.
Chat poll says Magic Bear next game. Works for me, chat. That works for me.
Magic Bear is the correct choice if you're gonna get a player POV from one player.
Yeah, sorry, I was
by SSG. Just finish last in the group to make it NRG's season even worse. Can't win NRG.
This is this might be the last game for SSG if they don't clean things up in this particular match here. We are on with Sypical. Let's see if Sypical Cam can lead us to the promised land. Although United is looking very good right now, doing a lot of creative stuff. Sypical does well to get in front of that one. Was difficult and ended up being a bit awkward, but he kept calm. Maintained the defense there. Reddles doing Sypical another favor by stopping a one-to-Mike there at the middle of the field as opposed to right in front of the net.
Yeah, that is such a big deal, isn't it? Getting out early whenever a player like one-to-Mike is trying to reset on the ball, because as soon as he's got that reset, the time that it takes him to use it, a very, very small window. You need to get in there, get in his face, punish him before he gets the reset.
Good dunk there by one-to-Mike, catches Sypical off guard, and now there's some pressure in front of the net here. Bit of a panic option there for Sypical. No punishment. Comes in. But, yeah, I don't know. There's been a couple plays here where SSG could probably just dribble the ball out and instead opt for, a bit of a panic clear, half clear that doesn't make it out past the midline. Yeah. So hopefully they're going to clean this up because United's offense has been looking good today.
Yeah, United as a squad they're looking extremely good. I'm very surprised that Rogo managed to sweep them. I have to go back and watch that series, see what on earth happened. I'm sure Space Station Gaming would like to go back and watch that series and see how they did it because they're not having a great time against the EU. I'm sure Chrome is going to take a look. That's really the great thing about coaches in Rocket League is they can watch so much video and they can watch so many replays so that the players don't have to, so they can just focus on that good play and focus on staying healthy in and out
FIFA.
Of the game. Yeah, play a lot of FIFA like Alpha 54 does. I like to think that if you guys, Twitch chat, we need to know something. And if you're watching the twitch.tv/Rocket League broadcast as well, what is what's going on in the official grid broadcast for the Rocket League stream? Did they just tune in to all of the other grid streams intermittently, or do they have their own casters and that's the only casters you can hear? which is it. So I haven't obviously had a chance to listen to it yet. Been here casting these games for you guys.
He did it for you.
Both. Oh, they do listen in. Okay, I hope they listen into the part where we exposed Alpha for playing FIFA. we're going to get in so much trouble if we've done that. Oh, is this a DC? Hold on. Ajax was AFK there for a second, but he's back.
Nice,
Didn't look like Wonder Mike was too bothered. Ajax is like, I've disconnected. Wonder Mike says, I'm getting a flip reset. Leave me alone. Ajax just panic flipped as well. He's starting to fall to pieces here, but oh, look at this. He's panic flipped into the perfect position to receive a pass. Just a 200 IQ move.
Yeah,
oh,
this is
all the games played. Sorry, all the games played at the same time. Okay. So can you hear one of the games on the Rocket League stream? Like, have our voices been on the Rocket League channel at any stage? That's what I'm wondering. Oh dear, Tristan. Type 1 in chat if you've heard our voices in the Rocket League stream Twitch chat. We need to know. Somebody said 1. 1. Okay, we got a few ones.
They switch audio.
They switch audio. Okay, so at any moment we could be going out to the Rocket League channel.
Nice. How's it going? How do you like it, Twitch chat? Of course, the Americans in the chat will know that it's very similar to like oh, I have a party error on my screen. Sorry, I was reading chat. Thank you.
Got party destroyed?
Yeah. And then I left it. And then I left it on the screen, and everyone hates me now. Thanks, Grim.
So it's like, what is it called again?
It's like Red Zone. It's a lot like Red Zone for NFL, where they just show you only the cool parts of the game.
NFL, which one's that? Is that the one with the hoop or the bat?
That's the one that's named football and not soccer.
Football on it, right?
It's the one with the concussions.
Ah, yes.
The CTE.
Right. Ah, yeah, I remember that one. I watch that every year. The Ultra Bowl or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Laser Bowl.
Love that show. The nice bit is when they stop the commercials and they show that little bit of gameplay just for a couple minutes. That's always really cool.
This is why Red Zone is a thing, is because there's a lot of downtime in the NFL. There's a lot of waiting. So if you show like 5 games at once, you can just show all the cool stuff. So there's
always something happening.
I mean, don't act like football isn't boring at midfield and whatever,
football can be dead boring.
Yeah,
like,
so if you have five football
minutes.
matches on and they show you every time the ball gets near the box, where it looks like or a through ball is gone through, it's pretty dope. You're just like, oh, it's actually interesting the whole time.
Well, see, as a fan back in the day of Scottish football, we get excited for winning a throw-in in the other team's half. That is going to get the entire stadium up in arms and chanting the name of whatever player made that possible. And then we throw the ball to the other team and they have it for the next 15 minutes. It's a really love-hate relationship, but no, we've got some similar kind of shows over in the UK. I don't know about the visual showing.
Oh my gosh! Hey, chat! Please go in there. Please go in their channel and get a clip. We need a clip. We need a clip.
Oh, I can't believe I doubted Rentals for a moment. He didn't reply. He just got straight to it.
Yeah. Oh man, I knew he was going to. I'm glad he did. I'm just glad he did it with some finesse. I was worried. I was worried something bad was gonna come out. It was good. First and Friends is good.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. What does it look like on their overlay? Hold on, I need to go look. I have to for myself. Right?
Chat, we need screenshots. We need clips.
Where are they? There they are. Rogue, I found them. Twitch.tv/RogueGG. Oh man, it's so good. Oh, it just fits. Oh, it fits perfectly. I'm not going to show it on stream. If you guys want to see it, you have to go to their channel. Let's get them.
Sean Duras, you got to get somebody from your team to clip that and then tweet that. Get pranked.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you got to get the full story with First Killer as well. I think we explained the First Killer asked for Rogue to be the team instead of Blue.
Yeah.
Which must have come from high up in the Rogue organization. You know, they wanted their overlay to be functioning, not just show blue orange. Well, now it really is functioning. I mean, if anything, I think we've shown off another layer to their overlay that wasn't previously appreciated. They've got 2 lines in the name.
That's true. That? Yeah, they got word wrap going.
It's a double-decker Jeep name. It's amazing. Oh man, that is an impressive overlay right there. A 2-liner. We've only got 1 line in our one. I think we need to go steal that. Hey, don't tell NRG. They'll come back with 3 lines next week. Get it right.
Oh man.
They're just gonna have their name vertically. Oh man, I can already see it. It's just gonna have a vertical NRG. They'll be like, yeah, this is our idea. We came up with this.
You can almost tell it's 2:20 in the morning and 1:20 in the morning, respectively. Oh man, that is classic stuff. And I really appreciate the players putting all the scoring on hold so that we can continue to meme about this for a little while.
So that we can not see First and Friends have won or lost. Oh man. I kind of want Rogue to win this game just so we can see First and Friends winners or whatever it says at the end of the game. I can't even remember what it says. We need Space Station to lose this for the full meme to be completed.
Man, it's so good. I need to get a screenshot.
Yeah, that's actually so funny. Well done, everybody. Well done. Well done, Rattles. What a legend, man.
Absolutely.
I said, yo, you should change the overlay to something funny, and he didn't even reply. He just thought for the next 45 seconds, he's like, okay, what can I come up with? What have I got? Oh, First Killer. Oh, First Killer and no friends on that play. He didn't need anybody. Rogue stream views jump so hard. Oh man, I'm glad to hear it. Listen, only love to the Rogue stream. This isn't, you know, only in good fun. I'm sure they're gonna hit us back with a meme that is even more impressive. Oh, Sypical double jumping past the ball. Half expected Rattles to own goal there just to get the First and Friends win at the end of this, but that would have been a bit too much. That would be I think that would be against the rules. The RLCS overtime show just saw the name. Oh no. Oh, we're in trouble now. That's how you know we've beamed it.
Couple troublemakers.
Well, it's been really fun broadcasting the grid for you guys. Hope that you enjoy whoever else Space Station get when me and Matt get fired after tonight. Been really fun. Come on, Rogue, you can do it. First and Friends. I want to see it on screen. Get a goal. Space Station. We don't need this one. It's best of 5. You can lose this game. Not a problem. Come on. Oh, First Killer. Yes. Bump Sypical. Yes. He's got him.
Oh,
no, Sypical's too good. No, he's too good.
Oh.
Why is Sypical this good? How did he save that? Are you joking?
How did he take all 3 players out of the game?
He not only saved it, he passed to Rattles to score. I don't believe it. Of all the times for Sypical to be the best player in NA, why did it have to be now?
This FNF squad is going to have to dig deep if they want to bring it back.
I mean, they may as well FF after that goal. I think that was a message from Sypical.
FNF.GG. Somebody buy it.
Oh, see, that could have said First and Friends. It would have been so good.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, it would have been so good. But
World.
Oh,
Johnny.
yeah?
Yep. More ice cream made there than any other city in the world on any given day.
Wait, just flat out or per capita?
Flat out. There's a big ice cream factory where I'm from. I used to make ice cream sandwiches as a job.
Ice cream sandwiches?
Yeah.
What kind of bread do they make ice cream sandwiches with?
It's more of a cookie.
Ah, okay. cookie with just two cookies
like a wafer.
with
It's like
ice cream in the middle?
It's like a chocolate
Okay.
digestive. Not really like a digestive, but like, you know, more cookie-like.
Why are Twitch chat laughing at me so much? Matt just listened to my really dumb question and he was like, yeah, that's
I'm
just
so
normal.
used
Nothing.
to it. I'm so used to it.
You were just like, it's not so much bread, you complete idiot. Twitch chat just like, what is this guy talking about?
Ice cream
Spiders
sandwiches
from
are
New
dope.
York? What? How has he got 64 ping from New York? Well, is he living in New York? There's no way that New York gets 64 ping connection to an East Coast server. America's not that big.
Could just be bad, like internet out in the boonies or something.
Okay, yeah, that's
What do you,
true.
what do you say for like out in like the sticks or like in the country? You know, out in the boonies, out in the sticks.
The boonies, I know that because I watched enough Breaking Bad. That's
okay.
what they called it in Breaking Bad.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I remember that very early episodes when they were still out in the desert.
That's something that could be highly regional for sure, but I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what the straightaway term I would go for really. I mean, it's just a country, really. You're either country or city. Oh wow, Sypical nearly got a double save here with no momentum. That would have been ridiculous. The Spider's not having any of it. Back on a good server for him. It's actually the same server as we played the last game in, so just goes to show ping ain't everything.
Put all the weight of the ping into that one and powered it through. Do they have Klondike bars in Europe? That's a good question. I've never seen them. A Klondike bar. It's like it's a type of ice cream sandwich. It's a brand that has like a polar bear on it.
Oh no, I've never heard of this.
And they've got a jingle that's like, "What would you do for a Klondike bar?"
This is when I'm sure that this is the exact moment that the Rocket League stream have tuned in and they're like, wait, no, we're not sponsored by any of that. Don't listen to Smellsworth. There we go, Sypical equalizing off the back of a very clean demo. And who would it be other than Arsenal?
And it is all tied up. Winner gets a Klondike bar.
From you, though, from you.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably make that happen. If the SSG boys win and they're still in Miami, I could use Postmates. I could just send it to their place. Yeah,
true.
What a time to be alive.
That's the motivator, though. The thing is, though, there's so much money on the line for these tournaments these days. But it's, you know, it just becomes a number. You know, it's just all this prize money. It's just prize money, prize money. If you suddenly, like, put something, you know, physical, something material, now we're talking, you know? I'm sure Rettles would try extra hard if you said that you were going to Postmates him. What is that, a Klondike bar? How do I say this word?
Yeah, Postmates is not a sponsor, but I know some people that work at Postmates that like are pretty high up, so maybe I could make that happen. I don't know. We could try. I mean, we might as well try, right?
Or we just like Uber Eats him or something. You know, just get it. We'll get it to him somehow.
Disciple, where are you from?
We'll use that if they're losing. If they're down 2-0 in a series, we'll hit them with that incentive. That's how we're gonna get the wins. That's how you do it.
Yep.
Chrome's taking notes right now. He's like, oh, this is genius.
Ice cream sandwiches. I should have thought. I should have thought of that. Somebody asked in your chat if I remember Choco Taco. Of course. Not only the streamer, but also the dessert. You've probably never seen a Choco Taco. You know those ice cream cones they sell in convenience stores where it's kind of like wrapped up in paper and the top is like, you know, like the top is like covered in chocolate and nuts or whatever, and then like you peel off the wrapper and it's an ice cream cone. It's like a waffle cone. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
that
so
I do.
They have that same type of thing, but the format of it is a what a save. Oh, and he still gets it. Sypical on fire right now. It's like a taco. So the cone, instead of being shaped like a cone, is shaped like a taco, and the top of it is still covered with chocolate and nuts, but it's just in the shape of a taco.
Yes.
It's brilliant, honestly.
I love this side of it. This is fantastic. I mean, we did. This is for your guys' information. We didn't plan to turn this into, you know, an ice cream discussion stream, but I can't think of no better combination than talking about ice cream and watching Space Station Gaming. Just steamroll a tournament. We're onto something here. Arsenal also, look at that, just backflipping out of the way of saving the shot. I love that. That reminds me of my own gameplay oh so much. Finding myself in the way of a teammate's shot, and I'm thinking, okay, how do I not save this?
Yeah, that's definitely me in the net and Marky with Sypical yelling, leave it! Leave
Don't
it!
touch
Don't touch
it!
it! It's in! No!
And then, of course, upon hearing that cry for, you know, leave it, the only correct play is to try and steal the goal. There is no other play in the position.
Somebody in your chat also said that I'm making us sound like fats, as in like making Americans sound like fats. And the only time we sound like fats is when we walk.
Oh no. Oh man, I swear every time that you say something like this, I'm thinking, oh no, I bet they tuned into us in the Rocket League stream right now. I bet right now.
That is what they love doing. We're gonna go on to Sypical Cam here. Player cams over on twitch.tv/Smellsworth. Director cam on twitch.tv/YanniBoy.
I love this comment from RX Rashad, by the way. The amount of arrogance I would have if I was half as good as Sypical. That's just brilliantly honest.
Yeah. You know, everything we hear about Sypical is that he's super nice, but wouldn't it be fun if he was just really mean?
He's just really, really
incredibly
salty,
toxic, mean,
yeah.
Horrible person that doesn't like cameras.
It's like you put a tiny, you know, mistake wrong, and he's just like, wow, why would you take that 12 boost?
You're cut.
It's like, get out of the way, it's my ball. Can you pass to me, please? Except, you know, to be honest, whenever Sypical does say, can you pass to me, Rattles and Arsenal are probably thinking, absolutely. Where? Where would you like the ball?
I don't know anybody who would answer that question with no.
Sypical constantly demanding possession.
Oh!
And he'll get it, but what a save. Not going to amount to much. Or is it? AJ with another one. That was outstanding.
Unreal. Looking for a pass in, but the ball gets away from Sypical here. He's trying to rotate as his teammates take over. Arsenal up for that. Lets it go or misses. One of the two. Tactical fake. Who knows?
Yeah, he called it early, I believe, because it was clear that the follow-up was ready. It wasn't one of those where, you know, the miss comes in and then the player in support just thinks, wait, how am I supposed to get to this? No, they were ready to approach.
Nice mind game there from Sypical, but there is more than one Peeps defender there, so can't get the ball past the second defender.
That was great timing from Space Station Gaming in the exact same way. You know, if one player challenges AJ's flick, doesn't need to even win the challenge. Just forcing AJ to flick the ball is enough to allow Arsenal to follow up and collect it for free.
Oh, Sypical doesn't get the flip reset, or might have also just been a little bit too far to take action on it. It's going to be a long pass down to Reddles. Reddles is up with the boost, still has it, drops it down. Would have been an epic pass, but Peeps are all over it. Sypical deploying the violence, but yeah, Lucian with the brilliant recovery to keep the offensive drive.
Looks like the pace has increased for the Peeps. Gone are the stationary powers in defense. They're trying to attack everything as early as they can. Seen more wave dashes from them in this game than I did in the previous two combined. We're not done here, but Sypical has also got a job to do. Oh, that was so effortless, but save from AJ. Once again, he's proven to be quite a nuisance for SSG in defense.
Lucian off the wall. It's a nice strike here. Sypical will take the ball. Thought for a second he might be passing it. Looks for the flip reset. Doesn't get it. Ball gets passed out to Reddles, but it is intercepted by the Peeps. And now AJ takes the skies. This is a scary moment if you're SSG. Sypical does well.
SSG won't really mind having to defend and read a team like the Peeps. They'll fancy their chances more against a team of their caliber. Predictions are strangely sometimes easier to make against teams of more equal competition. AJ flying way over the top of everybody here. Arsenal's missed his back wall touch, but Pollution really not able to do too much good with that follow-up, but it needed to be fast and clean like K-Dop versus Jesse, or at least as he wanted it to be.
Booming clear. Gets dropped down from Rettles to Arsenal. Another pass over.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful passing play set up there by SSG, but the ball is rejected by the Peeps. But right now, it's definitely, I was going to say, it's definitely feeling like SSG's got the pressure, and it shows.
What a prediction, Matt. What a perfect prediction by you.
I am on fire.
I just want to clarify, I wasn't saying that K-Dop did finish Jesse off fast and clean, but he did say that he wanted to in his pre-game interview. He didn't get to. Who knows, maybe we'll get to see that matchup again. I'm sure we'll see this matchup again this season. That's the beauty of RLCS Season X. Get to see plenty matches between the best teams, so there's no question who the best team really is. Nothing about just showing up on one day anymore. You need to show up on every day, and Space Station are showing up a lot more than the Peeps on this one. 10 seconds left.
Nice flick there over the top. Sypical, amazing control. Runs out of boost and catches the ball at the perfect time. This ball is still dangerous. It's still up. Sypical's.
SSG don't really show up against the lower quality teams, which no disrespect to D2E, but they are one of the lower rated teams in NA and in the grid. And Space Station have struggled against a lot of teams like that. But when it comes down to the big four, SSG have got the best record against everybody, and NRG especially. You know, Space Station's record against NRG is almost immaculate. They've, I believe, only lost to NRG one time. This would be NRG's second if they could take a win here.
Mega dunk here from Garrett. Ball doesn't go in, but
wow,
he had a lot of time to wait for the second bounce. And that's going to be 1-0 for NRG.
It's really important that NRG responds here. Another win for SSG would be a big blow to the NRG morale. They have been known this season to, you know, let their heads go down whenever they suffer some losses. We have seen a couple of comebacks from them, but nothing like the amount that Space Station have been able to produce. And Space Station, from what we've been told, especially from Rettles, they have a very interesting way to get those comebacks going. I wonder what their comeback against NRG pep talk is. Obviously, it's not, come on guys, this is embarrassing, we shouldn't be losing to NRG. I don't think it's the same as before, but yeah, they've got a bit of aggressive team comms from what I've heard.
NRG has aggressive team comms?
No, Space Station.
Space
Rettles
Station
is
does.
always saying that. We like to fight at each other, and they just, you know, get it all out of their system. They say what they want to say, and then they go right back into the gameplay. So it's really interesting to hear that, because it's not traditional, not what you'd expect from an esports team, especially a young one like Rocket League.
Sypical's up. Squishy's racing him, but Sypical gets there first.
Oh, wow.
And Arsenal lunging in, puts that in the top left corner. What a team play from SSG.
As Sypical just a bit faster on the takeoff there. Squishy tried his best. He didn't really take a bad angle towards the ball, but because Sypical jumped up quicker, he was always going to get there first, and it's smart to play that off the ceiling from Sypical as well, to make sure that he doesn't get dunked on by Squishy, who is right there with him.
Well, this is shaping up to be a slobber knocker here. It is 1-1. We're nearing the halfway point in the match. And I don't really feel like any team has asserted dominance here yet. It seems very close, though SSG seems to be a bit ahead in the offensive department, and NRG seems to have mastered defense.
Yeah, it's all about those saves, all about the stops on the goal line for NRG, but this isn't where they want to be. This is dangerous for them. I mean, they're consistently making saves, and they're communicating very well while doing it. Oh, hold on, that might be open for Garrett. It is. He takes his time and sinks it in, but wow, this is really interesting to see. Not a conventional SSG versus NRG matchup at all.
That was very frustrating, I imagine, for Sypical as he went up from that and just sort of got bumped off to the side. He had a lot of boost left. He thought for a second he could maybe boost himself back to that ball at the rebound, but just wasn't happening. Forced to watch the ball go in, let it, well, forced to allow the concession, I suppose.
I spoke earlier on, I was wondering if NRG have come up with a new game plan, a new play style, since they were a bit focused on this one style that did give them a lot of success last split. The constant offense, you know, the speed, just that was it. It was just focusing on speed predominantly and beating the opponents to the ball with fast reads. But now they're playing it a lot more conservatively, and I don't know if that's a decision that they've made or if it's as a result of the pressure that Space Station have been applying. But what I will say is NRG have looked very good while doing it. I'm very impressed with their goal line defense and most of all with their communication while those saves are coming in. Rarely have we seen a double commit to a last-ditch save, and that is, you know, going to speak volumes to NRG's communication. Look at that read by Justin as well. That's disgusting to get so much distance under that much pressure.
Yeah, that was an excellent clear there off the backboard. I thought it was squishy at first because Justin decided to switch to nearly the exact same car as Swishy, it looks like. He was using a darker car earlier, now he's got some teal action going on. But yeah, excellent clear there in a really tough situation.
NRG, after getting the daylights bumped out of them in games 1 and 2, have started to up their evasion. Proving to be much harder to catch out of position now. Space Station running out of time for the comeback in game number 3. This being a best of 7 means it's not going to be much of a panic yet. Oh, double miss, Squishy and Reynolds both. Arsenal's going to send it back into the middle from the other side. NRG are running out of boost here. Where is the shot for SSG? There it is, but it's saved. And there's nobody following up. Everybody was already committed out of the play.
Oh, what a pass from Sypical.
Okay. Wow.
Wonderful stuff here. Waits for Justin's touch and then drills this straight over to Reynolds. Gives him plenty of room to sink that tap-in shot. Really great teamwork there. 2-2, 14 seconds left.
Yeah, that was insane. The blind spot approach from Reynolds was so impressive. Garrett G had no idea he was coming. He was just making a routine clear. Next thing he knows, it's in the back of the net. Speaking of, this might be as well, but it's off the bar and can't reach it. Oh boy, NRG extremely close to stealing game number 3.
Oh!
SSG unable to do likewise. 2-2 OT.
Wow. This is an important game. This is, you know, point break in the series. Both teams with 1. Obviously, it is a longer series, so it doesn't mean the win is there, but this is a nice momentum builder for either team.
Yeah, especially NRG. If Space Station can win this, that would be 2 games in a row, and the last one was a bit of a crushing one. And this would be crushing in another way because, you know, the 2 worst ways to lose, I would say. One of them is overtime, the other is by getting obliterated. They just got obliterated, now they're losing overtime. No, they're not! Garrett will push it through! Oh my days! This is reminiscent of Fairy Peak in the Fusion 1's grand final against Khaled. 2 50-50s back-to-back. Garrett G crushing in the back.
I still think this is a strategy that can be utilized.